Hey everyone, welcome back to Pixel Saga. Today we're diving into the June 5th, 2025 State of Play, a highly anticipated event that, well, stirred up some mixed feelings. Some gamers praised a few reveals, while others slammed it for lacking originality and relying too heavily on nostalgia. So, is PlayStation still delivering in 2025, or is it playing it too safe? Let's take a critical, journalistic look at what went down. Sony stuck with its usual format, 55 minutes of back-to-back trailers, no host, no live segments. While efficient, many fans described the format as a YouTube playlist with a logo, lacking personality or hype. It was clean and direct but emotionally flat. There were no surprise reveals, no behind-the-scenes commentary, and very little build-up between titles. The format works for sharing info quickly, but in 2025, players expect more than just efficiency. They want energy, storytelling, and connection. Ghost of Yotei, one of the standout exclusives, was Ghost of Yotei, a spiritual successor to Ghost of Tsushima. The teaser showed off stunning visuals and a moody, cinematic tone rooted in Japanese folklore. But fans were quick to point out a glaring issue: no gameplay. On social media, people commented things like, "Looks gorgeous, but show us how it plays." The lack of actual footage left many unsure what to expect. Action RPG? Stealth? Souls-like? Ghost of Yotei is visually striking and promising, but without gameplay, it's hard to know if it's truly a worthy successor or just a pretty teaser. Bloodborne Remastered. Bloodborne is back, kind of. The long-rumored remastered version was finally revealed. The update brings 60 FPS support, visual polish, and faster load times to the cult classic. However, disappointment followed. This isn't a full remake, nor a sequel. Many fans had hoped for something bigger. Comments like, "We waited 7 years for this?" filled Reddit threads. Bloodborne Remastered is a welcome step forward for accessibility, but it feels more like a compromise than a celebration of one of PlayStation's most beloved titles. Spider-Man. Dark Web Marvels. Spider-Man returns with Dark Web, a new spin-off promising a darker tone. The trailer hints at psychological themes, a grittier setting, and potentially new villains. But fans are divided. Some love the idea, others feel the franchise is being overused. One post summed it up: "Another Spider-Man already? We're burning out." Spider-Man. Dark Web is intriguing, but will need strong storytelling and gameplay changes to justify its place in a saturated series. PlayStation VR 2 highlights PSVR 2 got some screen time, with a reel of upcoming titles. The visual quality of these VR games looks better than ever, but no killer app, no bold standout title. The most common reaction: still waiting for a reason to buy VR 2. Without something on the level of Half-Life, Alex, or Astrobot, the device risks fading. VR on PlayStation continues to grow, but without a flagship title, many fans aren't ready to invest even in 2025. Pragmata. Capcom's long-delayed Pragmata returned, with yet another delay. The trailer teased a haunting sci-fi story, but that's about it. Fans reacted with sarcasm. Pragmata is the new Beyond Good and Evil. Expectations are high, but faith is wearing thin after years of radio silence and moving goalposts. Pragmata still has potential, but the repeated delays are killing hype fast. Silent Hill. Silent Hill. F reintroduces the horror classic with a modern twist. The game's aesthetic is beautifully twisted, and a solid release date, September 2025, gives fans something concrete. Still, some worry. Can this match the atmosphere and dread of the originals? Will it innovate or just imitate? Silent Hill F is atmospheric and intriguing, but the bar is high and fans want horror with true depth, not just nostalgia. Neo 3, FF Tactics Remake, Metal Gear 3 titles. Rooted in legacy franchises also appeared. Neo 3, a Final Fantasy Tactics remake, and Metal Gear. While fans are excited, there's also remake fatigue. These games promise quality and challenge, but many comments express the same thought. Cool, but can we get something new? These remakes are likely to be solid, but they're also emblematic of Sony's current conservatism. New IPs, Marvel Tokon and Romeo. Is Dead? Two brand new IPs close the show. Marvel Tokon and Romeo is Dead. Their concepts are bold and mysterious, a mix of superhero action and surreal storytelling. But fans were cautious. No gameplay, few details. Reactions ranged from curious but confused to, "This better not be another Forspoken." These new IPs are refreshing in theory, but they need clear direction and gameplay to win the community's trust. Let's take a step back and look at the state of play as a whole. What worked? Fan favorite revivals like Bloodborne and Silent Hill. Visually ambitious titles. Broad genre coverage. What didn't? Over-reliance on CGI and cinematic trailers. Not enough gameplay. Too many remakes, too little innovation. Fan reactions? Mixed, to say the least. "I felt like I watched a Netflix trailer dump, not a PlayStation show," one tweet said. And that captures the mood pretty well. Sony is playing it safe. That's not necessarily bad, but in 2025, the audience expects more than just brand recognition. So, final thoughts. What does this showcase tell us about PlayStation in 2025? They're doubling down on nostalgia, polishing beloved franchises, and cautiously introducing new ideas. But there's growing concern that Sony's creative spark may be fading, at least in these public showcases. What did you think of the state of play? Let me know in the comments, are we being too harsh? Or is PlayStation really playing it too safe? Don't forget to like, subscribe to Pixel Saga, and hit the bell for more gaming breakdowns every week.